Well, John and Anne-Marie, that's right. The scene is quite different here than 12 hours ago at Lafayette Square Mall, as police were called in to control crowds as hundreds of people were standing in line to buy what they think is the hottest shoe ever. Forecasters predicted the harsh weather that came through southeastern Indiana, but nobody could have foreseen what happened next. Historically, the Saturday before Christmas is a procrastinator's paradise. But this year, take a look at your calendar. The Saturday before Christmas is Christmas Eve, thus dubbing tomorrow, December 17th, Super Saturday. If you're looking for a particular gift here at Indy Pond, we found rows and rows of merchandise, from guitars to a poker set to even a slushie machine. Good morning, Chris. That's right. Last November, Indianapolis residents re-elected Mayor Greg Ballard, and this morning we're here with Mark Lauder, the mayor's spokesperson. And good morning, Mark.
Good morning.
I just first want to kind of talk about, we've seen it on the national level too, with the Senate being Democrat, the House being Republican. As Mayor Ballard is sworn in today, he is a Republican, and the City Council of Indianapolis is Democrat. So what are his thoughts going forward this year on getting things done? The Air Jordan Retro 11 Concords were originally released in November of 1995. They are the first basketball shoe to have the white and upper black patent leather sole, along with this carbon fiber plate and an air sole. We're calling all Hoosiers this morning to make a difference. Gary Brackett's Drive for Life just started at 9 a.m. and it goes till 2 o'clock today. We should mention, like you said, that we are at IU Methodist Hospital downtown, and as well, you can donate up on the north side at IU Hospital as well. Good morning, Julia. That's right. If you were hoping for a little snow in December, you are getting a little snow and maybe a little bit more here in Boone County on the northwest side of Indianapolis. Let's go ahead and take a look at some video we shot this morning heading north on I-65. You can see a little accumulation on the road there. Now the ground is still somewhat warm, so we are just now starting to see some snow stick. We don't have an update on her specifically, Alex. It is devastating. If you have not been to an aftermath of a tornado, it doesn't get much worse. It's truly terrifying. And Salt Lake County officials are telling us that the 17-year-old special needs student was traveling home from school on a school bus right here on 400 South when he either fell or jumped out of the back emergency door. That's right, Ron. It's really a heroic story. William Henderson was shopping in the store like he normally does when he noticed an altercation between the sales clerk and the now jailed 46-year-old Burnett, Robin Lee Burnett that is, and he immediately sprung into action.
It's hard. It's just hard on everybody. Everything's gone. You know, everything's just gone.
The forecast for southern Indiana called for severe weather, but what followed early Friday evening could not have been predicted.
Didn't really think that it was going to happen because tornado warnings come out all the time and never hits us.
Tornadoes ripped through a 4-county radius, leveling small farming communities. There were as many tornadoes in the last 24 hours than in the average month of March. The people here are shocked at how quickly the devastation happened.
Things were falling, things were coming off the walls, noise, crashes, glass flying everywhere. It was like a dream.
Mother Nature unleashed her fury on us, but we're going to get through this.
Here in Henryville, a town of about 3,000 just north of the Kentucky border, the destruction is far as the eye can see. The high school roof ripped off, parts of it leveled to the ground.
I mean, it was huge. Throwing debris everywhere. I mean, it was ugly.
Street after street, house after house.
I said, that is a tornado. I tell them the way to clouds. I said, it's heading right this way.
Family after family affected.
I gotta go find my mom.
You're looking for your mom?
My mom, my sister, my brother, my nephew, my dad.
Devastated by this storm that left little in its wake. And for those who found shelter, the calm after the storm brings meaning.
We're alive, that's what counts. TVs, cars, all insured, being replaced. No need to get upset, and my rocking chair was fine.
Rowdy crowds formed this morning as people clamored to get their hands on the retro-released Air Jordan 11s. At Lafayette Square Mall, hundreds waited outside, and when the doors opened, chaos ensued. IMPD has reported no major injuries, although people in the middle of the melee shared with us the rush for the 11s.
We went in the beginning, we was getting pushed and tripping over stuff and everything.
I actually tripped over the girl that fell.
It was a few people that was on the ground. I jumped over them and kept running.
I do commend the police officers and the security on the inside because they did do a good job.
And while the police were busy controlling crowds at Indianapolis area malls, across the country, much of the same. In Seattle, police were forced to use pepper spray on a fight that broke outside a mall. The rush at a Louisville mall caused a massive fight involving 100 people, which police had to break up. And in California, a mall has suspended sales of the Air Jordan 11s after someone fired shots while thousands were waiting in line outside. What is it about this particular shoe that is sending shoppers into a frenzy?
The Air Jordan Retro 11 Concords were originally released in November of 1995. They are the first basketball shoe to have the white and upper black patent leather sole along with this carbon fiber plate and an air sole.
Nostalgia? Perhaps. Diana Watson of Got Soul says it's not just kids who want the 11s.
It's the older person who's been collecting them all his life.
And we found the long lines and intense atmosphere were worth it for some.
The shoes is for me.
All right.
You know, we gotta stay fly, you know.
I got my shoes, so I'm excited.